Well, first of all, thank you so much to the Inter-American Institute for Democracy for this invitation. Special greetings to those who preside this panel, presidents, former presidents, Mr. Secretary of the OAS. In order not to go deeper in a topic that has been addressed by Castro and Douglas, we have to think about the challenges of today. When the foreign policy publication says openly that it is possible that the world prefers the ways and manners of China to those imposed by Washington, we all have to be concerned. We all have to be concerned because if we quote Secretary of State Blinken when the recent meeting with the Foreign Minister of China criticized the abandonment of practices of legality, we have to pay attention to where is the world tending and why. When we speak about defending democracy from the international organized crime, we have to remind what are defending democracy from. And I'd like to quote history. In 1953, Mr. Nikita Khrushchev asked his intel bodies, in which scenario can the Soviet Union defeat militarily the United States? And the answer of the intel services alarmed the Politburo. No scenario was feasible for a final defeat that the United States could cause to the United States, and the alternative of mutual destruction was not to be discussed with the use of nuclear or nuke weapons. Now, the question asked by the Politburo in the Soviet Union was, what's the alternative? It was a very pragmatic response. The only source of financing compared to the capability of production of the U.S. democracy is the world of the illegal economy. Starting at that moment, the group of military intel services and KGB had the mission of getting into that world and taking advantage of that. And they appointed three partner intel agencies, among them the Cuban one, as a counterpart to build that strategic system. When we skip very fast to today's and we see the three pillars of the Chinese strategy, we realize that the book of the Chinese colonels Kuo Chang and Wang Sansui, they say that all the elements of the existence in society are operation theater, and the concept of that what is legal is not good because it's something imposed by the Western and does not it's not coherent with or consistent with the values of China. When we understand that concept, we should understand next, what are we speaking about in terms of capability of financing generation? A report by CNN in 2018 showed that from Venezuela, and only taking as origin the Colombian armed forces, 200 metric tons were leaving for a total of over $39 billion. That's more than enough to finance all the movements facing the democratic systems in Latin America. When we realize that starting in Bolivia, there is no official intel on the capability of production of cocaine. There is no information. Last time it was 160 metric tons, and according to credible sources, that capability had been tripled or is 5 times bigger. We have to understand why Evo Morales is a key element for this system, and it has the interest of Beijing, Tehran, or Moscow, and that's what we have to defend democracy from. I was approaching the podium with all of this, and some people were watching me. But this Secretary Almagro is the laundry of $900 billion in Evo Morales, Bolivia, in documents that are perfectly legal, that could go through the filter of any accountant or controller, because the states are now tools of that international organized crime. Like we were speaking with Asdrubal Aguiar or with Professor Martin, that we have to apply the Convention of Palermo to investigate the circumstances, and democracy should recognize that we are facing models, as Eduardo Gamarra, Douglas, and the others said before, do not match with the rules of democracy. This is what we are facing. This is what we have to defend democracy from in this hemisphere and globally. Thank you so much.